Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Golf and Politics. 9 holes, 9 questions. We're here today with JP Roller, golfer at Kansas State. He's battling a wrist injury right now.
I am.
Or else he'd be giving me 10 pops.
That's a little.
But we're only going to play 9 holes today and have a good time and ask some questions, and appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Sir,
A beautiful
absolutely.
day in Tulsa, Oklahoma at Meadowbrook Country Club. It's my favorite thing about living here is winter golf. Because up north, there's snow on the ground.
Yeah, that's true.
Manhattan, Kansas.
And in Manhattan.
Yeah, too cold.
Yep.
So we'll have fun today.
Dang.
Never saw it.
Yeah, it just dropped straight down.
Was it left?
Oh yeah, the whole. You didn't see the whole shot.
I didn't see anything.
It was like pretty straight. Just drew a hair, just left of the fairway.
Oh, beautiful. It's the exact place you put it last time we played here. All right.
Dang.
First hole, first question.
All right.
So your mother,
Yep.
Maggie Roller, talked about Maggie on the program before. She's been giving me lessons for the last year.
Right.
She's a golf pro. Your father, high school golf coach. Your
Yep.
sister plays Division I college golf at the University of Tulsa.
Yep.
When did you start playing golf? When did you know you wanted to play competitively? And do you feel any pressure coming from such a golfing family and having your mom be so successful in the golf industry?
I couldn't give you the exact age I started. I know when I started walking, I had a club in my head,
Okay.
in my hand. And then when the dream of playing on the PGA Tour has been since I was little.
Okay.
So like that I can't put an age on as well. It's just been something that I've just always loved to do and I've always wanted to do as a job. Like me in an office is not going to go well. I want to be I want the range to be my office.
That's good.
You know?
That's good.
But no pressure at all for my parents. My mom played in 2 U.S. Opens, so kind of something to like look up to. But she's also like helped me have that drive and that like to work hard and
That's
practice.
great.
But like no pressure results wise.
Was she your swing coach from early on, or did she always?
Yeah, she was my swing coach till I was probably like 14.
Okay.
And then I went to Phil.
That's what she did. She was my swing coach for a
Yeah,
while. Then she's
yeah.
like, you need to go to Phil now.
She's
So-
really good with like starting people, and then once it kind of gets to more advanced, she kind of sends people off to people who have kind of studied the
I remember the
swing
first
more.
time I talked to your mom about taking lessons at church. We go to church together.
Yep.
And so I was telling her, going through some of my TrackMan numbers, and she's like, I think she didn't
Phil.
necessarily believe me.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, that's a lot of speed, you know. And then I get there,
Oh, yeah,
the first
sure.
day, I'm hitting him into the net because the live tournament was getting ready. She's like, or the live tournament was just there. She was like, that's exactly where Bryson and those guys were hitting it. You really do
What
have
was
a lot
your
of
ball
speed.
speed?
My cruising
what is
ball
it
my
right
cruising
now?
ball speed is 180 on the golf course. But
Probably
this
get
one
to
hit this
190.
tree because I went a little off the toe. You're down there 40 yards past me here. Okay. 181. What's Breeze doing here?
We're gonna have just a montage of all the times you pull grass and toss it.
Actually, you know what? If I'm short is better than long.
It's
I like
swing.
that. Be real good.
Beauty.
All right, that's a good start.
10 pops. That's hilarious.
Hey, Ginn doesn't lie. Ginn doesn't lie. The problem with me is I can shoot 33 or 43. You never know which golfer's going to show up.
Yeah, Austin was in there and he was telling me that you guys played a 2-man team and you carried him.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I was
a
getting
ring.
I was getting 3 pops on the back 9, which I never understand here. Yeah, that day with Austin, who's our head professional here. I was supposed to be in Oklahoma City for dinner. My business partner's flight got canceled. So I called and said, hey, I can get into men's league tonight. I can play if you can find me a partner. He said, just show up. There'll be somebody that doesn't have a partner. Well, there was nobody to pair me with. He goes, well, it's just an excuse for me to go play tonight.
Yeah.
And we go out, and I just had one of those rounds. I shot 33, 3 birdies and 1 bogey, and the only hole I bogeyed, he birdied.
Right.
So I shot net 30, and with his birdie, we shot net 29. Took everybody's money that night. It was great.
People were pissed.
Good pro shop credit. It's always you dream of playing on the PGA Tour. I dream of winning pro shop credit.
How much longer do you think till you can maybe play some amateur stuff?
I'm not ready. Like my big goal.
What was the yardage?
This is you. Yeah, you were 126.
Okay.
Oh, good ball flight. Get a little left. Good shot. So you started going to Phil Walker at Back Nine Golf when you were 14?
I may have been a little older than that, but yeah.
Well, and I tell you, like, it's really, I applaud you for wanting to play professional golf.
Yeah.
I think some people think, oh, that's great, you're just playing a game. But look, guys like me that just out here playing for fun, it's mentally exhausting at times when you're playing bad, and we're not playing for anything.
Totally.
You're playing to try to want to build a financial future for yourself.
Totally. I think another aspect that I've always loved just with the Christian background is like having a platform to share your faith, especially on a level like that. Like Scotty Scheffler does a great job. Like he's the best player in the world, but everyone knows he's a believer.
Right. And what people appreciate about Scotty Scheffler more than the fact that he never misses when he's hitting balls. I mean, he's so perfect. Is just how wonderful of a man of integrity he is.
Totally.
And a role model for younger guys. But I was talking to Phil last week when we recorded over there in Bentonville.
Okay. Oh, did you do a lesson in?
Yeah, I did a lesson, and he allowed us to record the entire thing.
Oh, nice.
And he even answered some political questions, which was fun.
Oh, nice.
So that episode will be coming out soon.
From some Australian political questions.
Oh, he was a Trump supporter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a big Elon Musk guy.
Does he have his American? I guess he's got his American citizenship.
Yeah, he's been here a long time.
Yeah.
But I said, Phil, why did you stop chasing playing professional golf for a living?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I suck. and that's weird coming from his mouth, because he's probably in the top 0.5% of golfers in the entire world. But when you stop and think about it, there's only 125 that get there.
Well, they just lowered it too.
Right. They're going to lower it even more. Yeah.
Trying to make the product a little bit better, I guess.
But he said, the Asian Tour. Oh, get in the hole. Get in the hole.
Good putt.
Nice putt. The Asian Tour, the South African Tour. I mean, it's just a grind. It's an absolute grind.
He just told me he couldn't putt. That was why.
Well, that's why he's into the lab putters now. It got me fitted for once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good par. Hey, we got a WU game tonight. Important for these guys to prove themselves to Rich Rod, whether or not they want to stay on the team. All right.
Bang. But.
Thank you. Okay, before we get into question 2, I got to talk to you about this hole.
You cannot figure out this hole.
Dude, I haven't parred this hole in 6 weeks. I have made anything from a 5 to a 7. Like, I've hit in the water,
What have you been
I've
doing,
hit out of
driver
bounds.
or iron?
Everything. I can't figure out what to do. Like, there's part of me today thinks I should just hit 8 iron or something. Like, I don't know what it is. Is it psychological? There's water on the right, there's out of bounds left. I end up making this like guided swing.
Right.
From these tees we're playing today, it's only 315. It's gonna be into the wind.
Yeah. It's a little chilly. Yeah, I just got this GT. It's the first time I've hit it outside.
Really?
I can't go in front of a birdie.
I don't know. This is actually the play that I think, Matt, if I hit this solid, I'm going to be past the water where it juts in. And if I'm in those trees on the right, that's not, I can make birdie from there. I mean, that's not the end of the world. Ugh. I am interested to know, like, golfers like you, how do you overcome the mental anguish that I feel on holes like this,
Well, you know what's funny is I'll have a tournament where one hole for 4 rounds, I will pipe it right down the middle.
Yeah.
And then hole 14 later on, it's like I can't even hit the fairway. So like some people love a hole and it fits the eye, but.
Oh, golly. This hole. Do you see it down?
Yeah, it's just in that gap.
All right. Yep. That's going to be a little left of the green, but that's easy chip and putt. Maybe bunker. That's what I need to do every time is like either bunker there, it's still a birdie hole. I just don't know why I can't get confidence. Did you see
What time does that
see Bryson yesterday? That was so good.
Yeah, that was hilarious. What did he say? He was like, you did it to
Rory's
yourself?
like, hey, I'm looking forward to this. Try to get back at Bryson for what he did to me at the U.S. Open. And Bryson goes, well, to be totally fair, Rory, you did it to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which after playing Pinehurst number 2 last week, I can totally.
I mean, those
I
two
can
putts
totally
that he
see.
had, 3-footers, sliders,
Oh,
can't
Those are-
ram it really,
those
because
are not
if you
easy
ram
putts.
it, you got a 10-footer coming back.
dude, I had a 25-foot putt, and I hit the hole in the center of the cup, and it lipped out, and I ended up 75 yards from the hole.
Oh my
Because he
God.
caught the dead Bermuda.
At
It's
number
on
2.
13, Pinehurst number 2. Ended up making an 8 on that hole.
Man.
All right, let's talk about recruiting. So obviously, you are a good junior golfer.
Yeah.
Recruited out of high school to play at college. You know, how did you ended up at Texas Tech
Yep. Texas
initially?
Tech first.
Why Texas Tech? Then also, like, why did you transfer to Kansas State? Let's talk a little bit about just the recruiting process. What's that like for Division I golf talent?
Yeah, so you play a lot of tournaments in the summer. The AJGA does a great job of kind of getting you out there to coaches.
Okay.
So I played a lot of those, was lucky enough to win one, and that helped a lot.
All right.
So after I won that, I got a lot of looks, OU and OSU.
Okay.
Tech recruited me first.
All right.
So they were the first one to kind of like reach out,
All right.
and I really liked the coach, Greg Sands.
Okay.
Christian guy, just really connected with him and fell in love with him, the school, and the city of Lubbock. I just
Okay.
liked it. I thought like it had an underdog feel to it.
Yeah.
So I chose Tech. Had a great 3
When they throw
years. Wouldn't
tortillas
change
at
everything.
opposing
Yeah,
players at
tortillas
football
on the
games,
yeah. Got to play with Ludwig Aber. He was
Yeah.
my roommate. So that was awesome, getting to learn from him. Another good player, Sandy Scott. He's on the Korn Ferry
Okay.
Tour now. The transfer to K-State was mainly just try to get somewhere I could play, be the
Okay.
guy and play, and which last year was great. Got to play every event, kind of the 3-4 guy. It was cool to contribute to a team, to finally like play, and you're in the 5, like your score matters,
Yeah.
stuff like that, instead of playing an individual spot.
Okay.
And then this year was going great until I
Hurt
broke
your
my
wrist,
wrist.
yeah.
So, the recruiting process is really fun. You get to go on the field
That's
to
great.
these football games. They treat you like royalty and
That's fantastic.
try to recruit you.
So where all did you take visits? You took Texas Tech?
Tech, OU, OSU, Baylor, and Auburn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
All great.
So
all
those were the
great golf
5.
schools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cart path only on this hole.
Okay.
Am I just over in the gap there? Did you see it, Jordan? I'm just over in the gap, you think? I'll take, here, you take the cart. I'll just take everything
Okay.
I need.
Good?
Yep. It's fantastic thinking about being recruited like that to these great schools to play golf. I mean, what a privilege. I played Division III golf. I chose what school I went to and said, I want to play golf. And they're like, okay, can you make the team? And I did. It's a totally different atmosphere, but pretty cool to be roommates with Ludwig Aberg, who's top 5 golfer in the world. We're going to get more into that with him as the show goes on. See, this isn't bad. I can live with this. Not a bad miss. Be good. Get there. All right. Off to a good start. Go. Oh, great effort.
Oh.
All right, let's stop filming. I'm 2 under after 2. No more. We're done. We'll just call that an episode. Thanks. So, short putts.
Yeah.
This isn't one of the 9 holes, 9 questions, but I mean, I think our listeners should know about this.
Yeah.
I mean, so often 3-footers are just given, oh, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Right.
And I get it. We're not out here to grind. We're out here to have fun. But like, how serious is a 3-foot putt in a tournament? And it can be. I mean, it's not always easy to make, is it?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, the difference between playing in a tournament or playing like this, like for fun.
Right.
Those 3-footers, so much pressure.
So much more pressure. Yeah.
So honestly, the only way to get better at them in tournaments is to play in tournaments and
Playing tournaments. Yeah.
have 3-footers in tournaments.
You asked me about my goal of wanting to play
Yeah.
tournaments again, and what I've told one of my goals is to get back to being a scratch golfer.
Right.
And then to go, and I got there, I was a 0.8 at one point in the summer.
Right.
But really, I started the year as a 6, and I'm a solid 4 now, so I'm happy with the progress I'm making. But I'm not ready for tournaments yet, because when my swing gets sideways, I really struggle to get it back. And so I end up having somewhere like I shot 33 the other day at the Patriot for 9 holes, which is really good at that golf course for me, and turn around here at my home course and shot a 91. Inexcusable. I double bogeyed that hole last time I played it, buried it today. But I don't want to go to a tournament until I feel confident that I can compete. And when I say compete, I'm not talking about grandeurs of winning a U.S. amateur qualifier. I'm talking about going to a U.S. amateur qualifier, having fun, and grinding out.
2 rounds in the 70s.
2 rounds in the 70s, and playing with guys that are kicking my ass.
Totally.
But it's a pleasure to play with them, and I'm not slowing things down or embarrassing myself.
Right. Or even just making a state am qualifier. Or
Yeah,
something like
exactly.
That. Making the state am.
Oh, there it is. That is so bad. That's a beauty.
When did we meet? A year ago?
Maybe a little longer than that, probably 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was telling me the story of how you guys met. He was on the range,
Yeah.
griping about Mountaineer football.
That's our story of our lives as West Virginians, always griping about. At least the last 14 years, we've just been so mediocre, so we got nothing to cheer about except gripe. We do. The future is bright. All right, third hole, third question.
Yep.
You were roommates with Ludwig Aberg. How do you pronounce his name, by the way?
I think it's Aubert.
Aubert. I've heard 1,000 different pronunciations.
Yeah, we just call him Ludi.
Ludi? Okay. So roommates with him. He's one of the top 5 players in the world.
Yeah.
I've heard some of the greatest golfers in the world say he is special. He's different. Yep. He's better than me. I heard Joel Damon the other day saying that he just can't imagine beating Ludwig. Joel Damon's a PGA Tour card-carrying member, and he feels intimidated in some ways by him. So what makes guys like him, like Scotty Scheffler, such a unique talent, and why are they built different? And did you ever beat Ludwig while you were at Texas Tech?
So I've never played with Scotty, but I played a ton with Ludwig. And for watching him for 3 years, his ball striking, and then going to Southern Hills to watch the PGA, so I got to see a lot of the other pros. And I will tell you, there's not one person that hits it like Ludwig.
Really?
Maybe Rory. I didn't get to see Rory a ton, and I obviously didn't get to see Tiger in his prime. He hits it better. It just sounds different.
I hit it so bad I can't even get to my ball off the golf cart.
A story I tell all the time. I was just on the range. I felt like I was hitting it pretty good. And then we went out and played as me, Ludwig, and 2 other of our teammates. And I finished around. I was like, man, I'm hitting it bad.
Yeah.
After thinking I was hitting it good on the range, So it's just different.
Yeah. Look at that lie. That's not fun. Just gotta be aggressive with this. That's pretty good.
Yeah, great. So you just need a camera on you, or what? What is this?
Had a camera on me on the tee shot. What the heck happened there?
Golly.
That tee shot was 100 yards offline. Now, I know the wind is going that way too,
right,
but I get that early extension problem at times, man. It's so frustrating. There's just no reason to hit a ball.
The one good thing though is you've taken out the left side of the course.
Usually. Although in the first hole I towed it and went left, so. So back to Ludwig, is it just
He's got a great
the sound?
Swing. He's got a great swing.
Great swing.
The sound is different.
Sound is different.
His ball flight, we play a lot in the wind and love it. And a lot of us, we're hitting low stingers, right? Keeping it in the wind. So, he doesn't even really have to hit it low. It's just his ball flight is just so much more. It's got oomph on it, I don't even know how to explain
What kind of guy is he?
Great guy.
Really?
Super great guy, super humble. You would have no idea he was the best player in amateur golf and top 10 in the world pro golf.
There's a lot of guys in top college golf and pro golf that are that way, right? It seems like there's a lot of really good people.
There's a lot of great people. And then, there's a lot of other guys who are top in amateur golf, pro golf, and it's kind of they won't give you the light of day. But Ludwig, he'll talk to anybody. He won't ever bring up his accomplishments. Just like super down to earth.
What caused him to pick Texas Tech?
So our old assistant coach, guy who kind of recruited me as well, Mikkel, is from Norway.
Okay.
And so that Scandinavian connection, they both kind of could speak the similar languages and understand each other, and he really liked Coach Sands. And we had a Swedish connection as well.
Okay, let's talk through a Division I golfer. Obviously, this isn't a tournament. We're just out having fun. But
Right.
say this is a tournament. I mean, that pin is way on the left and back.
Tough.
There's nothing good from going long.
Long screwed. That bunker's fine. I've been in that bunker
Yeah,
before.
I've eagled out of that bunker before.
So I've got 194, which is right in between a 6 and a 7. I've got both, but I also am going to look at the lie, and it might jump. So I think I'm going to hit 7.
So ultimately, though, you would
long.
take out long,
Yeah.
but go at the pin, because if you end up in that bunker, it's not
Right.
probably
I
a really
think
good shot
my
to get up and
target is
down.
also going to be, there's 2 of those like darker red trees, like the
Yeah.
dead one in between them. So like right side of the bunker,
Right.
just to have a 20-footer for
Yeah.
eagle and 2-putt birdie.
Yeah, perfect.
So. No bueno.
Okay, did you see that? This is something that's important for listeners. Not his best strike. Hooked it, offline, probably, 20 yards from where you're aimed.
Yeah.
Did he get upset? No, he's going to go hit the next one, knock it close, and make birdie. That's how they do it. I watched, every time I go to watch the pros play, that's what I'm most amazed with. During the Live tournament at Cedar Ridge,
Yeah.
Martin Keimer smokes a 3-wood on 18 right down the middle, has like a lob wedge in. And he totally just lays the sod and chunks a lob wedge, just like I do sometimes, right? And he didn't get frustrated. He just went up into the bunker, hit it out of the bunker to a foot, tapped it in for par. It's just like, you guys have such a better mentality than I think so many guys out here we're playing for fun, and we lose our shit because we hit a bad shot. Like, you hit a bad shot, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna get it up and down.
Get it up and down, yeah.
So, being that I got a wedge in my hand, I can be a little more.
What's the number?
117. There's a little bit of wind into us. Well, I think I can hit a 120-yard shot and be fine with this wind. I'm going to go just to the right, about 6 feet right of that fan behind the green. Pushed it.
Yeah,
But
that's fine.
putting for birdie after a terrible tee shot, can't complain. I'm happy with that strike. Par 5s lately out here, I've not been taking advantage of them. They're all 3 very easy par 5s in my opinion. And I feel like with my length, that's what I got to take advantage of. Go. That's not that fast. Go. Ah, Parker.
That snapped.
Thank you.
Good 5.
Thank you.
Swing. Ball.
That'll work.
Beauty.
Good shot. Okay, so hole 4, question 4. There's a lot of complaints for people that watch golf on television or like to go to golf events that it's way too slow.
Yep.
And
Like playing, like the pace of play.
the pace of play.
Yeah.
And what, like when you go to a PGA Tour event, it's 5.5 hours long. The spectators, I believe, think that's too long. And I think that trickles down to, we're out here on a Saturday and I see guys doing aim point and trying to look at all the different yardages, and I'm like, dude, you're a 14 handicap. Just get up and hit the ball and have, like, you're not, you reading this putt for an hour is not helping you enjoy the game anymore. But I think it's guys like you, right? I mean, like the PGA Tour, like Division I golfers, that's trickling down to guys like us playing slower. And I want to talk to you about that. Like, I came to watch you play at the Tyson Invitational at the Blessings Golf Club.
Yep.
And I had 2 hours to kill that afternoon, and I only got to watch 4.5 holes.
Yeah.
It was an 8-hour round of golf.
Yeah.
Now, I know that golf course is diabolical, and that's a weird format for that
Playing
tournament.
all 5 together,
Yeah, that's silly. But, I mean, what do you have to say about, like, so much? Like, do you think it's too slow? Do you think you guys need to pick up the
I'm
pace?
a fast golfer, so, like, I do think it's
It looked to me like you were getting frustrated
It's
at times,
slow.
like, standing around, like, what is taking so long on
It's
this?
slow, and it just depends on every golfer. Like, I think maybe the nerves play a part of it.
Yeah.
And so they become slower whenever the pressure's on, but it's still slow. I have no idea how you fix it.
yeah.
I mean, I have no idea.
Right.
Have you thought of anything? Like,
I mean, public shaming, I don't know. Maybe that could work. I mean,
I saw someone.
there's a guy, we know who the guys are on tour that just play ridiculous. I mean, I've watched Patrick Cantlay sit there and waggle and waggle.
Yeah,
and
Brian Harmon.
Brian
same
Harmon
thing.
with the waggle. It's like, it's, and those are they're good guys, and I get it, but like, and they're doing this for a living. But the pitch count, like the clock in baseball, helps speed up baseball.
Yeah. I saw
can't we do something that's going to speed up golf?
I saw a video. Someone was saying if you got like 3 warnings, you lose your PGA Tour card.
So I played.
Take it to the
let me tell you
extreme.
something. I played Pine Valley this year, and good shot. So I played Pine Valley for the first time, and our member is speeding us through the round. I mean, we are not able to sit and take as many pictures as I'd like, and I wasn't able to talk to the caddy as much as I wanted to. And I'm a fast player. I like to play fast. But here's the deal. At Pine Valley, if you don't complete your round in 4 hours and 10 minutes,
fine.
you get a warning from the caddy master. You get a letter. If you have multiple warnings, you lose the ability, and I'm getting this wrong. It's something along the lines of if you have multiple warnings for slow play, you're eliminated from being able to make morning tee times at Pine Valley. So there's a real consequence.
Yeah.
Here at Meadowbrook, I would love us to have that rule. Like, there's some guys out here that play so slow, and I think they get it from watching guys on TV. And I see guys stand there, aim pointing, like they don't even know what they're doing.
I know.
It's just taking forever. Well, you've got to get it to the hole for it to snap into the hole.
In 3.
Thank you. Nice. Get in there.
Come on.
Nice birdie. Way to go.
Thanks.
That's what I was trying to do.
Gosh, I mean, I'm 3 down. Now I'm 2 down.
Good
I don't
putt.
know. I'd be curious to know what the average time per round is on PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Because college golf, we play 36 holes. It's 10 hours.
It's just
And that's
crazy.
continuous. That's no
Yeah.
break for lunch.
That's nuts.
36 hole round.
Well, and that round at the Blessings was 8 hours just for 18 holes.
holes,
I mean,
yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah, that was the longest round of my life.
Yeah. It was. I'm telling you, it was hot, and I was. If your mother wasn't there for me to talk to a little bit, like it would have been awful to
Yeah,
be
it
a
was horrible.
spectator.
And that course is tough to walk as well.
That's beat.
Great ball.
Good ball. Okay, that's interesting. Way left.
Matt, you think 16 out here from the tips might be one of the harder holes in Tulsa?
I think it's the hardest hole in Tulsa County from the tips. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's talk about they're going to change it to a par 5, and that pisses me off because it's a legit golf hole right now. Like when I par it from the blacks, I feel like that's a good hole. Especially too, the black tees, you can't cut it off.
Well, that tree's right there.
Right. Yeah.
Right off the-
So I mean, I smoked a good drive on Saturday from the blacks. We was into the wind. We were into the wind, and I smoked a tee shot with driver and had like 181. It's not often when I smoke a tee shot on a par 4 that I'm have that much in.
That was a good question, though, about pace of play.
Good. Well, hole 5, question 5. NIL and the transfer portal have fundamentally changed college athletics, especially football and men's basketball.
Right.
And we're seeing the results of, I mean, every football player in college is pretty much a free agent, and it's it's not even that there's protections in the NFL and the NBA for free agents. Like teams aren't allowed to tamper and recruit players from other teams that are under contract.
Right.
But in college football, it's the Wild Wild West, and we're seeing all kinds of craziness. How has that affected the non-revenue sports like golf? How prevalent is NIL? How is it used in the recruiting now? And are we seeing, and also the transfer portal? You've obviously utilized the transfer portal, and I think ultimately the transfer portal is a good thing, but what do you see as the pros and cons of the state of college athletics right now?
I mean, I got in the transfer portal. I think the idea is great to kind of, if you're not playing somewhere, go and have an opportunity somewhere else. I think the idea is great, but it's kind of just like gotten out of control, I think is the best way to put it.
Sure.
NIL in golf, when it first started, it wasn't huge. But now it's starting to be big. A lot of guys are going to schools, paying the most NIL. And I think it takes away from the amateur aspect a little bit.
So how does that work? Like, if you're making money, like I'm assuming like John Daly, the third, or John Daly's second, whatever. John Daly's son, plays at Arkansas.
Yeah.
I'm sure you played against him in tournaments. Is he still an amateur if he's getting paid by Hooters?
Right.
Is he still an amateur?
I don't really know the specifics because before it all started, we couldn't even take money from a scramble event at Meadowbrook.
Right. I remember that when I was a kid. They just said if you want to keep your amateur status, you can't make money in a skins game.
Now I think you can consider anything an NIL deal as long as
and that will keep your amateur status.
Basically, you have to give something in order to get something.
Yeah, all right. Look, this is the beautiful thing about this golf course for me. Like that shot at a lot of other courses, I'd probably be re-teeing.
Yeah.
And here I am with a good chance to make birdie or par.
Sure.
But if you hit it a little bit bad, like just off the beaten path. Where's Jordan? Jordan, I don't see where's our camera? Oh, he's driving the golf cart. I mean, it's jail over there. Like if you hit in those trees, you're making bogey for sure. I was just talking about how that's jail over there. So even though I hit that terribly to the left, it's still the right spot to miss it on this hole. What do you like from 75 yards? A little bit of breeze, hurting. You like just hit like a low spinner, sand wedge? Is that your shot from here?
Fairway lie. Yeah, I mean, I'd either go 56 or 60 degree. Probably 56, a little into the wind.
Yeah.
Landed
a little
somewhere
right
near
of the flag.
Yeah. Green light.
Or just blade it right over the green. That might be in the water. Sit the heck down. Wow, I misread that. Whoa. Give him an eagle. Great birdie.
Oh.
Great birdie. So this is exactly, I mean, making a 7 there, like I do this often, and it's so discouraging and hard for me mentally to bounce back. Like, just, I can't hit a tee shot like I did. I can't hit a wedge shot like I did. I mean, it's just those kind of mistakes are so bad. Like,
Right.
My miss should be, okay, I hit it to 35 feet instead of 20 feet.
Right.
From 75 yards, not bladed over the green. Good ball.
I like that.
That's perfect. I overcut it. All right, so this hole 6, question 6, this show is called Golf and Politics.
Yep.
So let's talk a little politics. Are you registered to vote, or are you politically active?
I'm a registered Republican. Sent in my out-of-state ballot because I was at school. They actually did something really cool with the athletic department at K-State. They had made it really easy for us to click this link and set up our out-of-state ballot, which was really nice.
That's great. Mailed to you in Manhattan. And
Yep.
So I'm assuming being a Republican, you're happy with the turnout.
Yep. I'm a Trump supporter. I really like him. I mean, I like the golf aspect as well with Trump.
He's got quite a few great golf courses.
Yeah, seriously.
A lot of nice properties.
I've been watching his granddaughter has a YouTube channel, Kai Trump.
Yeah.
She's a really good player.
Yeah, she's going to Miami, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, she played with the good guys I saw on YouTube.
Yeah, she played with Grant Horvat in a match. When's going to be your next like political campaign? Oh, there's one.
Oh my gosh. Where's Jordan to film that? I mean,
Is that you, though?
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yeah, I mean, the next election, all the statewide offices are up here in Oklahoma. And so I'll have a candidate that's running for governor. I'll be working on, an effort for the Attorney General's race. And we have the insurance commissioner and corporation commissioner and superintendent of public instruction, all these statewide campaigns I'll be involved in some capacity. And state legislative races. And then we do direct mail advertising for a lot of campaigns around the country and causes. And looking to grow that. Always looking to grow that.
Do you still enjoy it? Enjoy doing it?
I do. There are aspects that I don't enjoy. I mean, it's really toxic right now, and I don't like how toxic it is. I don't like that so many people can't seem to get along, and we just always think the worst of everybody.
Right.
There's a lot of good people that you just disagree with. I mean, and really the nastiest are sometimes the Republican primaries can just get gross and personal and nasty, and I guess that's because people with egos want to be in power, right? They want to have control. And so I don't always enjoy that, but it's in a fallen world. As Christians, we believe it's a fallen world, and we're all sinners. It's hard for us to get along sometimes.
What sparked the idea for this podcast and kind of YouTube?
Well, Rob and I are both. I'm a passionate conservative Republican. He's a passionate Democrat. I'd say he's more moderate Democrat than most people's party. He used to actually be a Republican, but he's got left center views on most issues, center left, and we get along. Like, we're friends, and we have a lot that we disagree with. I mean, we had an episode where we debated transgender policy when it comes to sports.
Right.
I don't believe that biological males should be competing against biological females.
I saw the LPGA just vetoed all transgender athletes.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
That'll
probably be another episode that we'll be putting out. I didn't see that statement yet. Look at my lie. That's my ball. Look at that. That's. I'm gonna have to take a penalty.
Matt said when it rains, it pours.
I mean, I just completely melted down on the last hole, and now I'm melting down here.
It's the mental test that you were talking about.
I'm failing.
I
can feel myself going on tilt.
I think the people would want to see him hit that.
I don't even know how to
hit
that. I don't know. There's really no point in hitting because the most I can advance it is the same as taking the unplayable.
If you're going to have to take a drop anyways, hit it just to see what you do with it.
No. Then I might end with a broken wrist.
You might be here. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so we have massive disagreement on that kind of issue.
Yeah.
But we get along, and we're friends, and we can play golf together and have a good time, and hopefully encourage other people to disagree without being so disagreeable and cutting people. These people that are cutting folks out of their life and not going to Thanksgiving dinner because they voted for Trump, and it goes on both sides, and it's just got to stop. I'm not taking out my club length. We're just going to drop it because that's probably close enough.
You're gonna love that. That's another aspect PGA Tour guys are so good at is they have to take an unplayable, and they're just expect to make par, get up and down and make par.
Yeah. Do you find a lot of the guys that you play golf with, do they like to talk politics? Do they engage, or most guys just keep to themselves?
We've got a good group of guys at K-State. We love watching. We love watching Charlie Kirk videos.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about it when we're playing golf. It's fun. It just kind of. I mean, we don't know a ton about everything, like all the ins and outs of politics, but we like talking about the major issues, like the transgenders in sports or. What?
I think so.
What ball were you playing? Did it have a logo on it?
Yeah,
I think I hit yours.
Ball. You guys weren't far apart.
But they were about the same spot. Just finish out with that one, and I'll finish out with this one. Man, mine ripped. My head coach would not like that. He loves spin control.
Oh.
How
Good
did
run
that
at
not
it.
turn?
Oh, what a par, baby! What a par!
What did I say? Swing. That was a nice little fairway finder.
Thank
swing.
you. I just knew I couldn't trust my driver after the last 2 swings.
Yeah.
3 swings, actually. All right, so hole 7. Where are we at here in the match?
And I'm 1 under.
I'm even. So,
Yeah.
yeah. After the blow, that was a great par though for me. I'm thrilled
was
with
a great
that. It's
blow.
like making a birdie.
Bounce back.
The college campuses, like when we look at the news, we see like unrest at Columbia and other Ivy League schools where there's a lot of protests and there's clearly a very liberal bias on the campus.
Yep.
You've spent time at 2 state institutions,
Yep.
Lubbock, Texas, Manhattan, Kansas, a little more, I'm sure more liberal than, Lubbock's a little more liberal, I know, than the rest of West Texas,
Yep.
but it's still conservative.
Right.
I don't know much about the makeup of Manhattan, Kansas, but I know some of these college towns will tend to be a little more liberal. I mean, have you experienced some of that from your professors' bias
Sure.
on campus?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of professors that talk about their political beliefs in class. Not as many students.
Yeah.
But there are. I've seen there were 2 protests. Kind of a funny protest. K-State has a slogan, "EMAW, every man a wildcat."
Okay.
And there was a protest to change the slogan to "every person a wildcat."
EPAW.
EPAW. So I kind of thought that was comical. And then actually Charlie Kirk came to Manhattan. That was cool. Turning Point USA came.
Yeah.
That was really fun. Got to go see him. And then K-State shut his mics off.
Really?
The campus shut his mics off, so he had to you can see on the video, everyone had to come in real close, and it was like he was talking in a group with their own stuff. So they didn't have the loud speakers.
I have no problem. Like if professors want to espouse their political beliefs to students, that's great. Like it's college campus, and there should be debate and argument and freedom of ideas and freedom of speech. My problem is when it becomes, and I experienced this a little bit at a small liberal arts school I went to.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you felt like you were being discriminated against because your beliefs didn't line up with the professors.
Right.
So you were held to a little higher standard. No, not all. I had a lot of great professors too.
Sure.
Some that agreed with me, some that disagreed with me. And at a small school, you get a lot of nice debate.
Right.
And I've never really experienced a large school, and so I don't know what that's
Yeah,
necessarily.
the classroom
like
sizes are a lot bigger. Like I haven't had a class with less than probably 30 people, so I'm sure you don't get that debate like you would at a smaller private school,
Right.
where you can have like 10, 15 kids in a class.
Sure.
I just try to stay quiet most of the time with professors.
Where are you going? Settle, 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 settle. Too much wind up there. That's just tough. Want to take that break? Come on, feed to the hole.
Good pot.
I'm thrilled with that.
Good par.
Thank you. Nice.
Thank you. One little side game me and my friends have started playing is called Snake.
Okay.
And it's basically if you 3-putt, you have the snake.
All right.
And so if you have the snake at the end of the round, you owe everyone $10 or something.
Oh,
like
that's.
that. So basically, like if the next person to 3-putt takes over.
I like
it's kinda
that.
fun.
I mean, that's something I should probably play because I've got to do something to train myself to stop 3-putting.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't had, my app keeps track of like how many consecutive holes without a 3-putt, and I haven't had, 2 rounds without a 3-putt in a row in a long time. Decade would say go for the middle of the green, right?
It would.
Especially for my skill set. That'll work, I think. All right, it's hole 8. Quick question.
Yep.
And it's interesting for you because you've played with a lot of professional golfers.
Yep.
But if you had to put your dream foursome together, dead or alive,
Okay.
and you have to have a politician in your group,
Okay.
you've got to have a professional golfer in your group, and you have to have a celebrity in your group.
Okay.
What's your foursome?
I'd love to play with Trump.
Okay.
What are the
A celebrity and a professional golfer.
Okay, professional golfer. I'm gonna go with Jordan Spieth.
Okay.
That's been my favorite golfer growing up. And then celebrity, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. That'd be a heck of a
Trump,
foursome.
Michael Jordan, and Spieth.
Can you imagine the side action going on between
my
Spieth and
gosh.
Jordan?
I'd have to have one of those 3 back me.
And then Trump would probably, try to get a competitive advantage somehow with you. It'd probably be you and Trump versus Spieth and
Yeah.
Michael.
Did you watch the Trump Bryson break
Yes,
50?
that was fantastic.
I thought it was great.
Fantastic.
And he is one heck of a player.
Yeah, I mean, he can hit the
fa-
golf ball.
I don't think he missed fairway.
I love when they ask him, like, so what Bryson's like, what do you like about golf, Mr. President? And he's like, well, I'm really good at it. I hit a lot of fairways, I hit greens, and I'm a good putter, and I've won 35 club championships.
Did you, I heard,
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen,
man.
Justin Coburn, friend of the program. This is unbelievable. This better not be a sign of things to come for the Mountaineers tonight and the luck that they're going to get. That is unbelievable. What on earth? I mean,
I've never seen that.
welcome to Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
We call that the Meadowbrook
So just a nice, easy.
screwing. That's a nice way to put it. Show Rob. This hole is brought to you by the Majority Group. Beautiful ball marker there. MG Cup 2024. Isn't that nice? If you need a smaller mark, just take that out of there. Rob does everything first class, doesn't he? He doesn't cut corners. The Majority Group doesn't cut corners for you either when they're lobbying on your behalf.
Great putt. Unbelievable.
Great part.
Did you guys see that Trump wants Bryson to do the or he said, and I don't know if he was serious, but he was over the White House shot.
Oh, for sure.
His hole out.
That's got to happen.
Thing that he did over his house. I thought that was
All right, when we talk about golf and politics, what a great time to start a podcast with, Trump and Biden are debating their handicaps
Oh my
in the
gosh.
presidential debate. You're not a 6. I've seen you swing. I mean, that is great. And then you've got, he's just won the presidency. He's thanking his campaign manager, his family, the Marco Rubios of the world. And then all of a sudden he's like, and we've got a very long ball hitter. Somebody hits it past me.
Yeah.
The U.S. Open, our great U.S. Open champion. Bryson, where's Bryson? And then Bryson
great.
comes running out from behind stage. I mean, that was great.
He was like, yeah, we just played great. Shot a 51. Break 50. Very difficult.
He's something. Just didn't hit that great.
Yeah.
That's close. It's probably in a bunker.
Think that got there though? Probably.
It was enough club, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think driver's too much with that wind.
Okay.
Long can be out of bounds too. It can go into the pool if you're not careful. Yeah, that's on it.
I thought, that shot though, like, it wasn't spinny.
No.
It had a good flight. You just pulled it a hair.
Yeah. Or maybe I just need to get more practice with the 3-wood and more confidence with it. I
Yeah.
just feel like I have less confidence sometimes.
Yeah.
But I have it tuned down to 13. Yeah. I got tuned down to 13, so it goes 285.
Yeah.
All right, so tonight we're filming this on December 17th.
Yep.
And you hear me talking a lot about the West Virginia Mountaineers they're playing. And nobody in our audience cares about it because it's a 6-6 football team playing in an exhibition game for the most part. But there's another sporting event tonight.
There is.
Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka taking on Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler. Are you going? Number one, are you going to watch that tonight?
I will be watching.
And then who do you think's going to win?
And I think the Live guys are going to pull it off.
That's great. Okay.
I think Bryson has a knack for.
I told you. Look, he's in the bunker.
Yeah. I forgot this bunker went all the way across.
So Bryson, you said Bryson has a
Bryson
knack?
has a knack for entertaining, and I think this is right up his alley. And
I think so.
But then again, you're playing against world number 1 and world number 3.
Yeah. I mean, but here's what I love. 4 of the top 10 golfers in the world are playing golf together tonight, and we get to watch it. Like, I'm more excited actually about watching this than I was about the last couple PGA tournaments because I love Scotty Scheffler. He's one of my favorite golfers. I love Bryson DeChambeau. He's one of my favorite golfers. I wouldn't call Brooks one of my favorites, but he's somebody that I love watching because he's such a fierce competitor. And same with Rory. I'm not a Rory fan, but I love, Rory's must-see TV, the way he bombs the driver. And
do you know what the format is?
I don't even know exactly what the format is, but it's golf. Three sets.
Like 6. So it's
alternate shot, best ball.
Best ball, alternate, and then match, I think.
Okay. I mean, who would have thought years ago?
I read an article on it this morning.
Who would have thought years ago that Bryson and Brooks would be friends? I mean, there was kind of a rivalry at one point. So,
what do you think about the is it TGL Golf League?
I don't know what to think about it. I mean, honestly, it's like I only have so much bandwidth to watch golf, and I want to watch. I love watching golf, especially like on a Sunday afternoon, coming from church, taking a little nap, watch a little golf is great.
Right.
So I mean, this TGL, like I'll watch it to see what it's like, but I actually I like watching Live because you can watch everybody play at once.
Yep.
And they play faster than doing the PGA Tour.
They do.
And they play in about 4.5, 5 hours, and you can see everybody play. I like the team format because you see guys grinding it out to help their team.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I'm necessarily like a fan of the Crushers or a fan of the whatever these team names are, but I like the aspect of the guys are fighting for each other, and that's cool. Just like I enjoy watching when Bryson or Brooks on a Friday is fighting to make the cut, and they're trying to grind something out. I like watching that. So
Agreed.
There's a lot that's good. I think that everybody kind of has their head up their ass and needs to.
I think it's about to merge.
Yeah, they need
From
to
what
figure
I've
it
been
out.
reading,
Trump will probably play a role in that. I mean, politically, I think he's somebody that can help play a role in that because so much of this is going to be determined on antitrust.
He's made it known that he is going to try and work it out. Like he is going to, if they need someone to play a part in that role to merge, he's made that known. So I think that would be really cool.
Well, before we finish things out here, you need to tell the audience. Did you get in a fight here? What happened?
No fight, but it was an elbow.
An elbow, basketball practice?
Yeah. Yeah, no fight. So.
All right, let's see what we got over here. Stay up, stay up. Just misread it. Great putt. Right up and down.
Thanks.
Well, thanks for participating.
Absolutely.
Great questions. We wish you the absolute best with the wrist surgery and the rehab.
Thank you.
I know you're going to come back stronger and do great things.
Sure.
And we appreciate everybody for listening. Tune in. Golf and Politics. Anywhere you can find us on social media. Golf and Politics, Facebook and Instagram. Golf.politics on TikTok and Golf Politics Pod on X. Also on YouTube. And we just appreciate everyone. We're going to keep bringing great content to you. Thanks for watching. Hey!